skeptic about artificial intelligence for 50 years. I've been, people who know me know this, I've always said that we're not going to pass the Turing test anytime in my lifetime, probably. And I've been very skeptical about a lot of things, and just really very skeptical about all these different waves of AI. And I've lived through a bunch of them, so this one I do think is different. And I want to say again, I don't think that we're on the verge of an apocalypse or that this is suddenly this major catastrophe or anything, but I think that something very important has happened. I think that we're now beyond passing the Turing test. I think that is, maybe we do need a few more tweaks, but we're there. And the other thing I always said was, well, AI will never be creative. It's never gonna really create anything new or interesting, and it's never gonna tell a funny joke or really invent anything. And that, I have to say, I now believe that is no longer the case. I believe it can do that. And so AI, we now have something that is a form of artificial creativity for the first time. And I'm very excited about that because it means that it opens up all these possibilities. Now, when I say creative, I want to just put that into perspective somewhat. It's not that we could just let it loose. We have to work with it. But if you give it 2 patents, and ask it to come up with some new inventions that might combine elements from these 2 patents, ChatGPT is actually very good at doing that. It's synthesizing it. It also, as you know, you can give it multiple papers and you say, what are some common elements of these papers? What could some new ideas come out of them? And it's good at that. So this is creativity. This is what we do in my lab and what we do with colleagues. We talk about ideas, put 2 ideas together, and we come up with something new. So that is very, very exciting. 600 years ago, everyone believed that the Earth was the center of the universe. And it was about that time that Galileo, looked up, saw the moons of Jupiter, and said, maybe we're not at the center of the universe. And the church condemned him. There was a lot of pushback on this. And I think we're in a similar moment, that there is a real reckoning of maybe there's another form of intelligence. I'm not afraid that it's going to take over and dominate us, but it's a different form of intelligence. And I think it's incredibly interesting, and it's an opportunity for us to expand our own minds, to create new things, that we are going to be able to figure this out. By the way, the internet, as you mentioned, was a huge change, and we see some negative effects for sure, but we adapted to it. Every technology we've seen so far, every technology we've seen so far has had a time for us to come to terms with it, and we've made really interesting progress with it. So again, I'm not afraid, and I urge you to consider all the positive creative potential that can come out of this in the context of the negatives, but think about the positive here. I think it's a really important message.
Fantastic.